Today, we go deep on the Crystal McDowell case, a disappearance that unfolded right as Hurricane Harvey slammed into Texas. Talk about a recipe for mystery.
It really makes you think about how easily crucial evidence could get lost in all that chaos. We're digging into a podcast episode called The Husband Who Played the Victim, but Was Really the Killer. Sounds pretty straightforward, right?
Well, if true crime has taught me anything, it's to expect the unexpected. So start from the beginning. What do we know about Crystal?
She had a tough start to life. Imagine losing both your parents to AIDS as a kid. She was only 11 years old.
Oh gosh, that's heartbreaking. I can't even imagine. And to carry on after something like that.
Her struggles didn't end there. As a teenager, she even survived a kidnapping. Escaped, thankfully, but talk about trauma at such a young age.
It's incredible that she was able to build a life for herself after all that. The human spirit is remarkable. Where did she end up?
She made her way to Texas, started fresh, became a flight attendant, got married, had 2 kids, the whole dream.
Sounds like she was finally catching a break. And this is where the story takes a turn, right?
Right. By 2017, she's starting over again, new career in real estate, and she decides to end her marriage to Steve.
Okay, so a lot of change happening in her life right before she disappears.
Exactly. They were actually still living together, too, waiting for renovations on her new place to finish up. You can imagine how tense things must have been.
Oh, for sure. Living with your soon-to-be ex while starting a new chapter that's bound to be complicated. So when does she vanish?
August 25th, 2017. The podcast mentions she was going to watch the Mayweather versus McGregor fight with family. Never showed.
And that's when everyone realizes something is wrong.
That's right. The last time anyone saw her was on a date with her boyfriend, Paul.
Boyfriend. Wow, okay, so there's more to the story than meets the eye.
Definitely. And to make things even more chaotic, this is all happening as Hurricane Harvey decides to show up.
Oh man, talk about bad timing. A hurricane. How does that affect things?
It throws everything into disarray. Flooded roads, no power, emergency services overwhelmed. It's complete chaos. Imagine trying to coordinate a search and rescue amidst a natural disaster.
I can't even fathom. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack that's also floating down a river. So, with a hurricane on top of everything else, what happens with the investigation? Do they just have to wait out the storm?
Crystal's family isn't content to just sit and wait. They spring into action themselves.
Really? They take matters into their own hands? What do?
They start spreading the word on social media, sharing Crystal's picture everywhere, hoping for any kind of lead.
Smart move. In this day and age, social media can be a powerful tool for getting the word out quickly.
Absolutely. And as luck would have it, that's exactly how a huge break in the case came about.
No way. What happened? Did someone recognize her?
Someone spotted her car. A friend of a friend saw a Snapchat photo of Crystal's black Mercedes. And guess where it was? Parked at a Motel 6.
Wait, seriously? That's a pretty big lead.
It was. Remember, this is right after the hurricane, so things are still a mess. The family contacts the police right away, and they have to use airboats to even get to the motel because the roads are still flooded.
Airboats. Wow, they were serious about checking out that lead. So what did they find? Was Crystal at the motel?
Unfortunately not. The car was there, keys still in the ignition, but Crystal was gone. The podcast suggests this could have been a deliberate attempt to mislead investigators.
You mean make it look like she just left her car and wandered off?
Exactly. Like maybe she got tired of waiting out the hurricane and decided to leave her car and walk somewhere.
Clever, but also really creepy.
Yeah.
Someone was trying to cover their tracks. So we've got Steve, the soon-to-be ex-husband, and Paul, the new boyfriend. Any chance one of them had a good alibi?
This is where it gets interesting. They both said they had nothing to do with her disappearance. But get this, they both failed their initial lie detector tests.
Whoa, okay, that definitely throws some fuel on the fire. But with the hurricane still causing chaos, I bet the investigation was moving pretty slowly, right?
Yeah, you're not wrong. The hurricane definitely complicated things. But here's another thing to consider. As much as the hurricane hindered the investigation, it also may have helped by the perpetrator sometime.
That's a good point. It's like the storm created a convenient distraction. So once things calmed down, did the investigation pick back up?
It did, and that's when the Texas Rangers stepped in to take a closer look at everything. They're known for their thorough investigations, so they wanted to re-examine the details.
Makes sense. They probably wanted a fresh perspective on the case. Did anything in particular catch their eye?
They started by taking a closer look at Steve and his story. They noticed he wasn't acting like a typical husband whose wife was missing, especially one who claimed to have no idea where she was.
Like he wasn't that broken up about it.
Yeah, he wasn't showing a lot of outward grief or worry, which raised some eyebrows.
I can see how that would be suspicious. Maybe he's just good at hiding his emotions. Some people are more internal processors, right?
That's true. Everyone reacts differently to grief. But the investigators weren't quite ready to dismiss their gut feeling. So they asked Steve to take another lie detector test. And guess what? He failed that one too.
2 failed lie detector tests. Okay, that's not a good look for Steve.
No, it's not. And remember Paul, the boyfriend, he took a second lie detector test too, and he failed that one as well.
Hold on, so both guys in Crystal's life are failing lie detector tests. This is like something out of a movie. But can they even use those results in court? I thought lie detector tests weren't admissible evidence.
You're right. Polygraph results are generally inadmissible as evidence in court, but they can be helpful tools for steering an investigation.
Right, more like a starting point rather than a smoking gun.
Exactly. So even though they couldn't use the polygraph results in court, they definitely caught the investigators' attention. And since Steve failed that second test, they started digging deeper into his actions around the time Crystal disappeared.
Okay, this is where the real detective work comes in, right? Like connecting the dots. Behind.
Well, remember that security footage of Crystal's car being parked at the Motel 6? They took another look at it, and this time they were able to enhance the image enough to identify the person parking the car.
And it was Steve.
You guessed it. It was Steve, clear as day.
Whoa! So they've got him on camera parking her car, but still no Crystal. What happens next?
Okay, so they have Steve on camera at the motel with her car, but still no Crystal. What else did they find?
They kept digging into the timeline and found footage from a Walmart near the motel.
Walmart. What's at Walmart?
Turns out Steve was there buying a bicycle with cash. And not long before Crystal's car shows up at the Motel 6.
A bicycle. Why is that important?
Think about it. Hurricane Harvey just tore through. Right. Roads are a mess. A bicycle. Much easier to get around without drawing attention.
I see. Making a quick getaway, laying low, sneaky. So did they actually, find the bicycle?
They remembered seeing one that matched the one from the Walmart footage just sitting in Steve's garage during one of their earlier visits. No way.
Yeah.
So they're connecting the dots, the car, the Walmart, the bike. Did they ever catch one on camera near the motel itself?
Get this. They traced the route from the Walmart to that Motel 6 and back towards Steve's place. Found footage from a gas station along the way.
What was he buying snacks? Filling up a gas can?
He makes a quick stop. Looks like he's checking to see if Crystal's car is still where he left it.
He's checking to see if his plan is working. This is insane. So they have him on camera, placing the car, buying the getaway bike. It's pretty open and shut now, right?
Seems like it, right? But there's a snag. No Crystal.
Ah, right. Nobody. That makes things trickier. So did they just wait it out, hope he'd slip up?
They decided to confront him, lay out all the evidence they had, the footage, the timeline, the failed polygraphs, put the pressure on.
High-stakes poker. What happened? Did he crack?
He did, but not without trying to make a deal first.
A deal? What kind of deal?
He said he'd lead them to Crystal's body, but only if they promised to take the death penalty off the table.
Wow. That's a tough one. A guaranteed conviction, but maybe a lighter sentence. Versus the chance he walks free if they go to trial without a body. What do they do?
They made the deal. Steve took them to this remote ravine, and that's where they found her.
Oh my gosh. It's a relief they found her, but so awful. At least her family has some answers. This isn't where it ends though, right? There's still a trial.
You're right. And this is where things get even weirder. Remember Paul, the boyfriend, with his own failed lie detector tests? He kind of just disappears from the story.
Really? They never figured out what his deal was.
The podcast doesn't really say. They focus entirely on Steve, and you've got to wonder about the hurricane too. Did it actually help Steve get away with things, even for a little while? Or would they have caught him anyway?
So many questions. But the trial, it focuses on Steve. What's his defense?
They went with the sudden passion defense, said he didn't plan it, that it happened in the heat of the moment during a fight, blamed it on her.
Blamed it on Crystal. Like she somehow caused her own murder? That's horrible.
It didn't work, though. Crystal's daughter, Mally, she was only 7 at the time, but she testified in court.
7 years old. That's heartbreaking. What did she say?
She told the court she saw the whole thing, saw Steve suffocate Crystal.
Oh, that poor child. To see that happen to her own mother? And then to have to get up in court and relive it all, that's just awful.
It was a powerful moment. Maui's testimony completely destroyed Steve's story.
I bet. So what was the verdict?
Guilty of murder, sentenced to 50 years.
50 years. He'll be an old man by the time he gets out, if he gets out at all. It's not justice for a life lost, but at least there's some accountability. What a sad story. Crystal's gone, her kids have lost both parents, and Steve is going to be locked up for a long, long time.
It's a reminder that these cases aren't just stories, are they? They're about real people, real families, real loss. And it makes you think, what could have been done differently? Could this tragedy have been prevented?
That's a heavy question to end on, but an important one. It's a reminder to pay attention to those around us, to recognize the signs of domestic abuse, and to speak up if we think something's wrong. You never know. You might just save a life. This case, it leaves us with a lot to think about. And I think that's what we're going to leave you with today. Thanks for joining us for another Deep Dive. We'll be back soon with another case. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other.